Hi, thanks for joining us. This is Kendra and Noreen, and we are walking you through how to do a STARS active volunteers report. So first you'll go to the STARS database, and that is smp.ship.acl.gov, and you will have your own sign-in information. From the home screen, you'll see this top group of boxes, and they're all drop-downs. When you mouse over search, or if you click on search, you will see ship team member, and you will then go to advanced search. In the data object box, which is right here, we're going to click ship team member, and under data elements, we are going to go to status, because this should be all of the reporting needed for our quarterly volunteer tracking, just to see who's active and who's not. So on this one, we are looking up active volunteers, and I am going to status. So over here under operator, it's going to be equal to active. Okay. All right, so underneath that, we are going to add it as a column. So make sure add as column is checked. Click add, and then you'll see it down here because this is adding it to that list for us. Now right here, called this the filing cabinet. So when you pull it out, you'll see these 5 different files. And as you open it, you're going to go through each one at a time before you actually do your search. So we're next going to go to columns, and this is where you're going to choose everything that you want to report on. In this one, and in order, we're going to see status at the top, and that's great. We're then going to click on start date, because we want to know. We are going to click on last name. We're going to click on first name. We're going to click on role. So we'll be able to see, volunteer, and then we'll do paid status. Because, as Noreen has told me, it helps us see which are in-kind volunteers versus true volunteers. Okay, so now we are done on this tab with these specific status, start date, last, first, role, and paid status. So now we're going to go to, up here on our filing cabinet, organizational unit. You definitely don't want to click all of Washington SHIP because that will pull up every organization that we work with in Washington. So we're going to expand using the plus sign, and then we're going to choose just the sponsor that we want for that specific report for this quarter. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to, for this instance, we'll do Aging and Long-Term Care of Eastern Washington. If you were looking to do an entire county and you had maybe 2 in that county, for example, King County has Solid Ground and the Chinese Information and Services Center, and so you would click both of those. For this case, we are pulling it just for this one organization so we can add it to our quarterly reporting. That's all we have to do here. Display options is next on our filing cabinet. If you do HTML, and I would recommend HTML, it's very easy to save it as a PDF. If you want to sort data or filter data, you'll use the XLSX or Excel. So we're going to do HTML. Everything else will stay the same. You don't need to click anything except display as and HTML. And then we are going to go to properties. And this is where we're going to name it. And the naming convention is going to be year-quarter, the acronym, and then the active volunteer report. So in this case, we are going to do 24 Q4, and then ALT, CEW, Alt Q, and then it's active volunteer report. Now you'll see this is required as well as the description. For the description, feel free and copy and paste exactly the same information in. Down here, you'll see Save Search. This is really helpful because if you click Save Search, you can use it in future quarters without ever having to re-pull any of the information and you click that. You can save it. And then what you can do is come up here to search. And this is where the actual report comes in. So when you pull the report, you'll see the search summary, and there are 39 records here. What's interesting is it is bringing up site staff as well, which is really helpful because then you can remove them if you're pulling only volunteers. So you can pull them out and you can see what their actual role is. Here, because we pulled in HTML, if you click print right here in the middle of search summary and the records, if you click print, you can then save to PDF. And when you do that, I recommend the exact same naming convention as we've used for everything else. So that would be 24, Q4, Alt Q, and then this one would be called the active volunteers report. And it saves it. And again, if you ever want to come back and use the report, you can go to search, my saved searches, and then you can go right into those saved reports and re-pull them.